Of all the forces in nature, only one has bite. Only one force has teeth. And only one is all-consuming. That force is bite force. I'm on a hunt for the greatest jaw-snapping power on the planet.
Freak! 382!
Checking out the why and the how of animal death grips. Dodging the deadly to measure the might of the bite. In the course of my work, even small creatures can deliver a nail-biting experience. And once, on an expedition to Brazil, I had a face-off with a boa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brady Barr. I travel all... Some of the worst bites you can receive are from boas like that. A facial bite, maybe get you in the eyelid or in the eye. It can be a dangerous situation.
Some I can now laugh about, but they're nothing compared to this. A captured caiman and my fellow scientist, Maria Munoz.
Whoa, you all right? You all right? Has it got your finger?
No, my hand.
I'm pulling it out. Pull it out. You okay? Here, in my pack. In my pack are some wipes, some antibacterial wipes. I'm on it. No. I've got him by the mouth.
It all seemed to happen so incredibly fast. It went from a still animal to snap close in precisely 1/10 of a second. It opened its mouth for a moment, but hung onto her hand by a few deeply embedded teeth. Then it clamped down again. I did everything I could to pry those jaws apart, and I just could not do it. I didn't know what we were going to do. Finally, the caiman decided to release her hand. It was fortunate that I was on top of the animal. If it would have rolled, she could have lost her hand. It took Maria a year to recover. When you work with dangerous wildlife, a bite is often only inches away. The animal kingdom is full of dangerous carnivores with a huge range of hunting strategies, and I want to learn more. I'm going to sink my teeth into the science of cranial anatomy, study skull structure, jaw muscles, and embark on a search for the greatest bone-crunching power in nature. In short, I want to measure bite force. Engineer Walter Boggs has been creating gauges that'll help me measure the bite strength of various animals.
This is a device that we thought might be handy, such that when you squeeze the two halves together, the output of the strain gauge will read in pounds of force.
Now this is great for lions or crocs, but I need something for great white sharks, potentially 18, 20 feet long.
I've manufactured a couple of stainless steel devices, which include some waterproof 5,000-pound load cells built in, and that should...
You're the man.
That should be
great.
Within the range of the shark.
Excellent. But before sharks, I want to test our meters on a different species. Humans. At this fitness center, people know how much they can lift, push, and pull. But how much can they bite?
Let's give it a workout. Get angry, go to town on it. Hey, that's pretty good. 81 pounds of force.
That's like this much weight clamping down.
Bite it. Hard. That's it. 2 pounds. Go to town, my friend. Get mad. 75 pounds of force. Wow. What do you think?
90.
Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is you got a pretty strong bite, 127 pounds.
Okay.
The bad news?
Yeah.
You may be part reptilian.
Pretty impressive. But our jaws really aren't designed for power. Humans have 32 teeth. The jaws are hinged at the top and are L-shaped. That allows our jaws to move side to side to grind plant food. But the L makes for a weaker bite compared to animals like dogs that are strictly carnivores. Not only do dogs have relatively straight jaws, they also have fangs. And in the attack dog sport of Schutzen, they don't just go for food, they're trained to bite. Marty Segredo has taken thousands of bites from dogs taught to tackle his well-padded sleeve.
We train 2 times a week. And so it's like, oh, I can feel that through there. That's gonna be good. And this dog is made to bite. They've got more teeth than we do, and probably the most notable thing about dog teeth are the oversized canines. These teeth right here. Look at that right there. That is the canine tooth. If Aiden was living in the wild, it would chase down prey and sink those canines in, drag it down. No. What I want to do is to try to get a reading on this pressure gauge. So maybe we can slide the pressure gauge inside this sleeve and get the dog to bite it. Oh, look, he's got it again. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is going to be good.
We've lined up some of the most notorious biters in the dog world to see who has the biggest bite of all. German Shepherds were bred to protect. Ours is called Ike. Rottweilers were bred as guard dogs. This one's name is Rocky. Pit Bulls were historically bred to fight. This is Aiden, and he'll be the first of our 3 dogs to launch into full-force bite mode.
Come on, Aiden, come on. All right, let him go. Come on, Aiden. Okay, 130. He doesn't even have it in his mouth. I mean, look at the head on that pit bull. They are just made to bite. Strong skulls, heavy musculature on those jaws. Okay, let's try it again. Come on, Aiden. Oh, yeah! 235. Nice.
Next up, Ike the German Shepherd.
Come on, Ike. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay. Come on, Ike. Oh, yeah. There's a good one. 130 pounds. Yeah. 238 pounds. Good boy. Yeah. Look at him sink those big canines in there. Oh.
This dog makes me nervous. Rocky the Rottweiler is last.
Come on, Rocky. Come on. Come on. Come on, Rocky. Okay. 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 Come on. Oh, yeah. 265. He's just hanging on. Man, he sinks those incisors and those oversized canines into the sleeve, and he will not let go. He's just locked on, now using all his weight to pull backwards. That's what this dog would do in the wild if it was trying to bring down prey.
Let's try Rocky one more time.
Come on, come on. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, yeah. 328 pounds. That's a heck of a bite. All right, Rocky, way to go.
As far as I know, that's the highest bite force ever recorded from a domestic dog. But what about dogs that depend on their bite force for survival? I'm talking about wild dogs. I want to know how Rocky's jaw power compares to that of his wild cub. For that, I must head to the land of great carnivores, Africa. Specifically, South Africa. I journey 7 hours west of Johannesburg to the Kalahari Desert. Swallow is a giant reserve managed for conservation. Zebras, impalas, wildebeest. In the world of carnivores, Africa's plant eaters are known collectively by one word: prey. They're food for animals like wild dogs. Wild dogs may look small and slight, but they're highly skilled hunters. Finding wild dogs can be tricky. They're one of South Africa's most endangered mammals. Their bite force is a mystery, but we do know how they hunt. Their light bodies and long legs are built for the chase, reaching speeds up to 66 kilometers or 41 miles per hour. Their short, broad muzzles have powerful muscles so they can grab animals, hang on, and pull them down. Often they start eating while the animal is still alive, killing it by disemboweling. When we finally find our pack, we're in luck. They're curious and hungry, and hopefully ready to chomp down hard on my bite force meter. I'm now in position with a pack of Africa's wild dogs. My bite force meter is covered in meat, and I've got them curious.
These may look like your pet dogs at home, but they're not. These are the wild dogs of Africa.
If I can coax them into crunching down on the meat, I'll record what may be the first ever bite force readings from wild dogs. Like the domestic dogs we tested, these wild dogs clamp down hard and pull back.
Playing tug of war with a wild dog. You know those jaws are powerful. It's 58 pounds of force, but that's just the front teeth. We need the dog to get it in the back.
This is all trial and error. Maybe if I pull it along the ground.
Getting a good rating. Fight, fight, fight! Dog fight! Dog fight! That's what we needed, was a feeding frenzy. Oh, got a good rating, 317 pounds of force. That's a powerful bite. A lot stronger than a human.
317 pounds of bite force is about the same as the bite we measured from Rocky, a domestic dog, probably twice the weight and trained to bite. I want to put that in context. What could human jaws do if we were capable of that kind of bite force? To find out, we've had a human skull cast in bronze. Hooked up to hydraulics, we can experiment. In the jaws, that's the leg bone of a sheep. We dial in 320 pounds of force and stand back. Totally shattered. By about the same bite force we recorded from both domestic and wild dogs. We've recorded humans at 127, a domestic dog at 328, and now wild dogs at 317. But in Africa, it's not dogs that are king, it's cats.
Now I'm curious to see how these wild dogs compare to the big cats of Africa.
Every night, big cats prowl around here hunting for prey. And it doesn't take long to find evidence.
There's a mountain reedbuck, a small antelope that lives in the foothills of these hills.
And this is a fresh kill, obviously.
Fairly fresh.
Gus Van Dyke is the manager of Swallow Reserve and an expert on big cats.
This animal was killed perhaps 12 hours ago.
And that's
From the outside, the throat looks undamaged, but on the inside, it tells a story that Gus can read like a book.
You see, it's quite clear. Have a look here.
2 marks from an initial bite, then higher bruising from a suffocating death grip. It's a cheetah.
As you can see, these teeth haven't penetrated. They haven't been, they're not particularly sharp, but they've been able to position and grip and put enough force on the throat to suffocate the animal. And this is a cheetah speciality, I suppose, is that he's just closed the animal's throat, and that's been his method of killing. He's got enough strength in his jaws.
So the teeth are designed just to hang on, and then it uses the force to suffocate and kill.
Absolutely.
Cheetahs rely on their incredible speed for catching prey. But it's their jaws that need to be strong enough to clamp shut a windpipe. I hadn't figured on measuring a cheetah bite, but Gus and I found one nearby, so we're going to give it a try.
We've got our bite force meter hidden in this piece of meat. The cheetah's going to come in, grab this, try to pull it away. Hopefully we'll document that chokehold that the cheetah puts on its prey, like we saw in the Impala last night.
Cheetahs are very skittish. This is not like dealing with that pack of hungry wild dogs. We have to make as little commotion as possible. It comes up. There he is by the bait.
It definitely knows the bait is there. He's gonna get it, he's gonna go.
But that's our small camera. The cheetah checks it out instead of the bait. And now there it goes.
Damn cheetah.
Gus spreads the smell of our Impala carcass and hangs it in a tree to make the area more enticing, and we try again.
That's a pretty lion. He needs to be oblique. Okay, I'm going for the bite. Ready. Nice shot.
Soon this lion will fall asleep. Then Gus can remove its old radio collar, and I can examine the jaws of Africa's biggest land predator. Lions often hunt in prides. Their jaws are not their first line of attack. Their teeth are too important to risk breaking. They tend to start with their claws, which are replaceable. Then they'll clamp onto the windpipe, suffocating their prey. We approach our sleeping lion with caution.
Okay, Brady, it looks like he's well asleep.
Yeah. Man, he's big.
Yeah, we don't take any chances. The first thing we do is take the collar off. Look at the size of this boy's neck.
That's a big animal.
In a lion, he can carry his whole body weight on just one of those.
That's incredible. I'll tell you, if there's ever any doubt this animal's a carnivore, all you got to do is look at that right there.
Look at that.
That is a huge canine tooth.
The canines are massive, but their power isn't just in the point. The backside is serrated. They're made to slice. It's dogs that gave canine teeth the name, but lions have the bigger bite. Behind the canines are the carnassials, used to cut meat and crack bone.
So they're like scissor blades, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, when we're talking bite force here, that's probably where you're going to get your best measurement is back there on those carnassials.
What an awesome predator.
To find out the bite force of these powerful jaws, we have more lions nearby.
This is a favorite lion hangout. For some reason, they just really enjoy this place.
This may be the first time anyone has attempted to get a bite force reading from a wild lion. Our strategy is experimental, but fairly straightforward.
The plan is We're gonna bury the pole on our pressure gauge into the ground with just the bite force pressure gauge above the soil. We're gonna cover it in bait, so when the lions come in, hopefully they'll bite it. Put a real forceful bite. We'll get a good measurement and we'll get out of here. Lions are headed this way. We gotta hurry.
So far, my bite force meter has held up to humans, dogs, and wild dogs. But the real test is yet to come. What will we get from the crushing jaws of a wild lion? African lions are able to bring down an elephant, so they must have an incredible amount of bite force. But how much exactly? We're about to find out.
We're going to make this all juicy and full of the now very ripe and rotten viscera from that antelope. If he bites it and nibbles and gets a taste for something, maybe he'll see if he can't break it off the tree. We've got it pretty secure against this brancher. He really needs to just give it a good old work.
Just need one good bite. That's all we need.
As planned, he's followed his nose straight to the bait. Lots of licking. Though no luck.
Nice, he's just nibbling. He almost took it. I mean, he's interested.
Yeah, I think he knows that that thing is just too hard for him to crunch. I think he's not going to put all his effort in there. He could break his teeth on that thing.
I mean, he gave it a little go, and I think he pulled our foam off of it. But what if we moved the bait? You know, what if we moved our bite force meter? Would the lion think it was something alive?
Time for a new strategy. Since cats like to go for the necks of their prey, we're setting our meter in the remains of an impala we found a few nights ago.
Could have been a surgeon.
If we pull on this bait with a rope, the lion may bite on it as if it were alive.
The lion's definitely interested. So we got our bite force meter inside a piece of bait tied behind the truck. The lion's moving towards us behind this bush. The plan is that he'll come, grab the bait, lay down, give it some good chewing. Oh, he wants it, he wants it, he wants it. Okay, yeah.
A reading, 504. And he's coming back for more.
Oh, look, he's got it again!
Another reading, but it all happened so fast. He grabbed it once right on the meter. It registered 504 pounds of bite strength. It's a determined cat. There he grabbed it again, 691 pounds of bite force. That's just amazing.
Who's to say that's the best bite that a lion could give us? But man, that's exciting. 691, that's a heck of a bite.
Now you know you don't want to be bitten by a lion.
691, I think, would take off an arm.
We feed our hydraulic model not one sheep bone, but two. And dial in 691 pounds of force. That shows what we could do if we had a lion's jaw strength. To recap our top bite force contenders, we've recorded a human bite at 127, a domestic dog at 328, a wild dog at 317, and now a lion at 690. The why and the how of animal death grips. Dodging the deadly to measure the might of the bite. But I'm on a search for the biggest bite on the planet. And there's one more mammal that's known to have an incredible bite.
It's a spotted hyena. It supposedly has one of the most powerful bites on the planet. A bite strong enough to crack bones. Not only is this guy a hunter, but he's also a scavenger.
Hyenas may look like canines, but they're more closely related to cats than dogs. As hunters, hyenas usually grab their prey in the hindquarters or the stomach and hold on tight until they wear the animal down. But they also scavenge, and that's why they've developed such an incredible bite force. Their ability to bite through bones allows them to eat parts of a kill that other animals leave behind. Hyena teeth are highly specialized. Incisors for pulling, canines for puncturing, back cheek teeth for slicing, and special third premolars used to crack through bones. This is where the highest bite force occurs. Scientists like Jamie Tanner have spent years studying the hyena's incredible bite strength.
Okay, the most significant structures related to bite force on this adult hyena skull would first be this crest on the top of the skull here. It's very large and pronounced. Now you can imagine this space is occupied by massive jaw muscles when the hyena is alive, and this allows them to have a very strong bite force.
Young hyenas readily take the bait on Jamie's bite force meter. It's not meat, it's powdered milk. Some of these hyenas are still suckling.
I just got a reading of 603 pounds, and this was only from a 1-year-old spotted hyena, which is pretty exciting.
603 pounds from a juvenile. Not much different from an adult lion. And full-grown hyenas have been documented with a bite force around 1,000 pounds. If we had that much power, that's not one leg of lamb, not two, but 3. All in one giant crunch. As impressive as the hyena's bite force is, there's one animal that may be able to top it, and it has no teeth at all. You may think of turtles as cute, gentle little creatures, but one species defies that perception, the alligator snapping turtle. Alligator snappers don't hunt their prey like cats and dogs. They lay motionless underwater and wiggle their pink tongues like a lure. Once a fish takes the bait, a large, powerful beak slams shut. Their powerful beaks allow them to eat just about anything, including other turtles. Their bite force enables them to crack right through another shell. For these unusual-looking creatures, I head to the state of Georgia, USA. Friend and fellow scientist John Jensen studies wild turtles, and he's got a big one just waiting for my bite force meter.
Awesome. I mean, that is a big freshwater turtle. 1, 2, 3. What is it? 94. 94! Yeah!
94 pounds. That's 43 kilos.
I can't wait to see what the bite force of this big boy is.
Over your 1,000.
Yeah, it went over. It did. 1,004 pounds. Wow. I didn't think that they could. I mean, I saw 700 briefly, and then it went right
I saw
over.
900 briefly, and then it went to zeros.
Over 1,000 pounds of bite force. Now, I knew it would be strong, but I am in total shock.
Underestimated the awesome power of the gator snapper.
I'm proud of my boy here.
Yeah, I would be too.
We've recorded a human bite at 127, a domestic dog at 328, a wild dog at 317, and lions at 691. But hyenas and turtles are at the top, both around 1,000 pounds of force. If I'm to top that in my search for the greatest bone-crunching power on the planet, I need to think big. 2 carnivores are left to test. The great white shark and the crocodile. Both can be huge in size, have rows of deadly teeth, and both are feared for their awesome killing power. Back to Africa, to Shark Alley off the coast of Hans Bay. Now I'm in search of a truly legendary bite. I'm off the coast of South Africa in search of great white sharks. These fish have reached lengths of 6 meters and can weigh up to 2 tons. This is definitely going to be a mouthful. I can think of 2 theories on the great white's jaw strength. One, that sharks are so big their bite force must be equally huge. Or 2, that their teeth are so sharp they may not need much force. Great whites don't have to be so protective of their teeth. Unlike mammals, sharks' teeth are continually replaced, moving forward like stairs on an escalator. Sharks can shed as many as 50,000 of their razor-sharp teeth in a lifetime. Diving in South Africa once before, I put on my wetsuit to see those jaws up close, and a great white got an up-close look at me. Thank goodness I was in a cage.
Woo! I got an up-close introduction! He almost came in the cage! You see that?
This time I'm getting up close again to see what those jaws can really do.
That'll get your heart going.
To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever recorded the bite force of a great white. But our skipper, Andre Hartman, has experienced the sharpness of those teeth firsthand. Or maybe I should say first foot.
It's like when I got my foot the other day.
No, that wasn't a bite. Those are just teeth marks.
That's it. It was just, it charged at the bait. I pulled the bait out of the way and I forgot my foot was hanging above the water, and it came out the water and hung on my foot. It's just this top tooth.
So you're lucky. I mean, if it would have been a bite with a head shake, you probably would have lost your foot.
Would have just cut it off right there.
That was a close call. And now we need to get close again, so a big shark will chomp on my bite force meter.
What kind of fish is this?
This is a tuna.
Tuna. And white sharks like tuna.
They love it, man.
So the idea is, once we get a shark, I'm going to try to present this bait to the shark, which hopefully will approach, give me more than just an exploratory bite, give me a big, nice, hard bite, and we'll see what it is.
The meter is ready, and so are the sharks.
Here he is, here he is, here he is, here he is, here he is. That is cool. Oh, 2 sharks, 2 sharks. This is great. We got 2 sharks circling our bait. One came in and gave it just a little exploratory bite. They're interested, but we haven't got a full force bite yet. Here he comes. Oh, pulled our bait off of the meter. He's obviously pretty smart, because now he's revealed our pressure plates.
Well, that didn't work. You think of sharks as indiscriminate eaters, but they seem more than able to delicately pick off our bait without even touching the meter. We try again.
There you go, floating. That's fine.
What's going on, shark fight? They're fighting!
He's got the bait.
It's just pandemonium. Sharks eating the bait. We got sharks coming for the pressure gauge. I got a reading of 72 pounds. I mean, 72. I mean, a human can do over 100. That's. He must have just got his teeth in it and pulled the bait off. I thought we'd get a good reading. Yeah, no teeth. Well, you can see we're. Oh, look at this though. You can see. There's how. The shark grabbed the bite plate in the wrong direction. You can see what the teeth did to our foam, but it grabbed it in this fashion, which won't give us a reading. We got to have the shark bite it in this fashion. So I think we need to get this bite plate floating on top of the water, not floating vertically.
Andre has an idea too. Let's put the meter in a mesh bag full of bait.
So when it grabs the bag, let's just feel it's soft and then bite down on to get it. and the mesh bag will keep it together.
Oh, it's gonna float perfect. Oh, I like it. That's good.
I think we finally have it. A new shark appears, one the size I'd hoped for.
We had that shark before?
Not yet.
Yeah, that's the one I want us to take it.
This is a big enough shark to grab our bag and give us a bite force reading.
He's just playing with us. This one scares me. Oh, shark, shark, breach, breach, breach! Just went dead. Unbelievable. It's destroyed all of our equipment. It ripped the cable and the wires out of our reader. It swam off with our pressure gauge.
Fortunately, we have another bite force meter standing by and a much stronger rope.
He's coming to the bait. Just gave a little nip, poked it with his nose. He now knows he can eat it. He'll be back. We got a reading. 382.
Now it's working.
279. Oh. 530. That's a bite there, boys. So many big readings on that bite. It was 6 something, 600 something. I mean 669. That is a heck of a bite. That's over 1/4 of a ton biting force on top of razor sharp teeth.
If we look at our scorecard, we see sharks, for all their awesome power, are not at the top. They come in with a bite force similar to a lion. Impressive, but less than turtles and hyenas.
To land. I want to see what the bite force of my favorite animals are, the reptiles.
Reptiles are my true passion. I've already tested turtles, but now I want the biggest reptile of all, my old friend, the crocodile. It's the last animal I want to test, and I want to make sure I find the biggest one I can. For that, I head inland. South Africa is home to the giant Nile croc. And at Flag Bushielo Dam, I meet my friend and fellow scientist, Hannes Botha.
That may be the one we want right there.
Hannes takes me to his research site where there are some extra large crocs.
All right. Yeah. He's saying, are you sure you want to tangle with me tonight?
Bring it on.
Yeah. Capturing crocodiles really is a nighttime activity. It's a good time to travel around the lake and try to find out where the large crocodiles are. And then after nightfall, we'll come back out, try to get close enough to get a rope on one of these big boys. Yeah, that's definitely a candidate for tonight. I mean, I think that's over 4 meters. I mean, that's probably a 14-foot crocodile right there.
After dark, we'll try to capture this giant. I expect it to have one hell of a bite. Crocodiles need a strong bite to hold on to struggling animals. And also to grip tight enough to rip off chunks of meat by rolling. Most of their massive jaw muscles are dedicated to shutting. Similar to sharks, crocs have replaceable teeth. But instead of rows moving in from behind, crocodile teeth come in from directly below, They're stacked on top of each other, kind of like ice cream cones. Hannes and I head out, and it's not long before I catch the eye shine of an animal, and it's enormous. I put out my snare. I got it. It's a fighter. Gone.
Those are the kind you just dream about, you know. We should have had that. That was a big croc.
That croc is just too smart to hang around. We'll have to find another. One is in sight, and it's even bigger. I can't afford to lose it this time. The rope pulls tight. It feels like a freight train.
Oh,
Big light. Big light. Help me hold the rope. I'm coming. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Just as the crocodile rolls close, I scamper back in the boat.
And you know it's a big croc when it pulls you out of the boat.
In a lake is not the place to measure the bite force of a giant croc.
Man, I was in the water with that thing. I got wrapped up, pulled me in the water head first. But I thought I was going to be the bait. I did not want to find out the bite force with a part of my body that is a big croc. All right, Hannes, why don't you try to get me going towards that shore, at least get into a little shallower water. Here, somebody, can you take that? Now, we gotta all pull together. Don't be pulling. We gotta go this way. All right, go.
This is one of the biggest crocs I've ever captured.
Don't slip and fall into the croc. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, go. All right, hang on a second, hang on. I don't think we're gonna be able to get him up anymore. I'm gonna put a second rope on him. Okay. I'm gonna put this on the upper snout, which will give us a little bit more control of the animal. I mean, this animal may weigh half a ton, 3/4 of a ton. And we just have a few men to pull it up. It's a good thing I'm so strong. It's gonna roll. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There's no way, guys. There's no way.
I'm confident this is the largest wild croc ever to have its bite force tested.
Okay, you guys, I'm going. Pull. You ready? Don't anybody let go.
I cover his eyes and tape his jaws to make our work safer.
Okay, hang on. That's a big, nice animal. The good thing is he's not struggling much. Okay, you guys ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There's just no budging him any farther.
Okay, what we're interested in is the bite force of this animal. These guys' teeth aren't designed to chew. The jaws are incredibly powerful. They're made to bite and hang onto the prey. I mean, these Nile crocs, they pull down wildebeest, big antelope, prey that may weigh 200, 300, 400 pounds. So they gotta have tremendous bite force. They grab onto their prey and then they just back it into the water.
This is a good workout for my tape measure. 4.7 meters. That's nearly 16 feet long.
Hannes, I don't know what the bite force is, but I know this. You wouldn't want this thing to get a hold of you. No. Because whatever it got a hold of, it's gonna keep. It's gonna take off. I'll tell you what. Let me undo the jaws. We'll put the force meter in and see what we get. All right, we got the animal safely secured. Now is the dangerous part. We're going to unsecure the jaws, try to put the bite force meter into the corner of the mouth, and let you see how much power this big boy's got. Okay, Hannes, hang on. I'm taking the tape off. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. Okay, Hannes, are you on it?
Yes.
I'm going to take the tape off the eyes, too.
Okay, I'm ready.
£2,500.
That was a big one.
2,500. Can you imagine that on your arm? That's over 1 ton of bite force, and the animal's exhausted. I mean, you know, we got it tied up. We had to pull it on here. It struggled on the rope. You know, who's to say it might be twice that amount? You know, if we had a fresh animal.
2,500 pounds. We dial that into our hydraulic model and feed it a giant cow bone. Enough force to crush even a giant bone in two. Now we've covered the big carnivores, but nothing beats the crocodile. It's more than twice that of its closest competitors, the hyena and the alligator snapping turtle.
All right, this is incredible. We documented an unbelievable bite force. The animal's unharmed, it's just tired. Let's release the leg.